Start with your feet wide apart, and we're going to be doing a squat, getting our hips level with our knees, keeping our back nice and straight and our head up. Now move your feet in closer together and we're going to do narrow squats. When you do this, make sure you're sticking your bottom backwards, keeping your chest and head up. We're now going to close the feet to do closed leg squats. Exactly the same exercise, make sure you're sticking your bottom backwards, keeping your chest and head up looking forwards. Next, we're going to do jump squats. Squat down nice and low and then push through your toes to jump off of the floor. Make sure that you're landing back in the squat shape after your jump. Next, we're going to do a slow and controlled squat. Hold it for a few seconds before exploding and jumping up to the top. Make sure you really push through your toes after holding your squat for a few seconds. The next conditioning exercise is pulsing squats, legs starting wide apart and little bounces up and down, keeping nice and low with your back up straight and your head looking forwards. Next, moving your feet closer together into a narrow squat, still the same pulsing exercise. Then moving your feet together into a closed squat, pulsing up and down.
So for this next exercise, we're going to start in the crouch position and then we're going to explode up into our toe touch shape. So it should look like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. And then we land back in our crouch. Here we go.
Okay, so when we're ready to jump, we want our athletes standing with their feet together, their arms clean by their sides, head up nicely, okay? On 1, you're going to a clasp motion, which is elbows together, hands together at the top, it should be covering your face, okay? Feet and knees are still together. On 2, we move to a high clasp. Notice nothing's changed in the lower body, his feet and knees are still together, his knees are straight, they haven't bent yet. Arms are raised in front of you, but above your head, hands are still clasped together. On 3, we then bend our knees, keeping our chest up, and we come down to a low clasp, which is in front of you here. Make sure it's chest and head up and we're not leaning forwards. On 4, you hit a T motion, and that's when you do your toe touch jump, okay? So your arms are out to the sides, fists are level with your shoulders, and your arms are slightly in front of you. So if Johnny was to turn to the side, you can see that his arms are slightly in front of his body, they're not back out here. You should just be able to see them out of the corner of your eyes, okay? So they're our motions. So when we're in our toe touch position, our legs should be nice and straight out to the side. We should have pointed feet. Our knees want to be at least facing the ceiling, but ideally they would be turned backwards slightly. So you're turning your knees and hips slightly outwards. Definitely don't want to let them roll in forwards. So at least facing the ceiling, if possible, turn slightly backwards. Your back should be sitting up nice and straight. Your head should be up, your chest should be up. Arms are in a T motion here. Now we're going to stretch out this position, try and make ourselves a little bit more flexible. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to turn our hips towards one leg and we're going to reach down along that leg. Back to our T motion in the middle. Now when you do this, the aim is to get your body to lie down flat along your leg, which I can't quite do, but I'm very old, so you should be better at it than me. So turn your hips towards the other leg and reaching down towards your other foot. And back to our T motion in the middle. When you stretch forward, you need to make sure that your back's nice and straight. So what we shouldn't see is a rounded or curved back like this reaching forwards. We need to have our T motion in place and our back straight and our head up, and we stretch forward as far as we can like that. Doesn't matter if you can't go very far at the moment, that's fine, but just make sure that the technique with your back is correct. Okay, now we're going to stretch our pike shape. So we want legs together, toes really pointed, come up with a nice straight back, head up looking forwards, and then reach forwards as far as we can, keeping your back nice and straight. Again, we don't want to see this rounded back shape here. We want our head up, back straight, and reaching forwards as far as we can. Next, we're going to stretch our hurdle shape. We want one leg stretched out in front of us with a pointed toe. Our other leg should be behind us, as far around behind as you could get, and this knee is bent, but you still want a pointed toe at the back. Come up with nice straight arms, head up and a straight back, and stretch forwards as far as you can go. Come up again and change legs. So again, we've got a nice straight leg in front with a pointed toe. Our back leg as far back as we can get it with a pointed toe, stretching up with a straight back, head up and reaching forwards. Toe touch. Pike jump. Left hurdle. Right hurdle. Toe touch. Pike jump. Left hurdle. Right hurdle.